Hello everyone, Nick Baker here with the Mobile Pro, and I wanted to talk to you today about oil changes. So how often are you changing your oil, and do you really need to be changing oil that often? So what are the reasons that we change oil? We change oil because additives break down, viscosity breaks down, we get soot buildup, silica buildup in the oil. I want to tell you about what I've been doing lately. Is I've been going through, I've been using a certain oil. It's called a Spectra Extreme by Certified Labs, and it is a phenomenal oil. So I've been using the products for a little over a year now, and this is actually the first oil change that I've done because of what has come back from the lab reports. So what I do is I've converted all the fleet that I take care of. I converted everything over to Certified Labs oil, did a flush on the systems, converted over to Certified Labs, and then we changed the oil and filter, we changed the filter, the oil filter and the fuel filters every 10,000 miles, and we pull an oil sample. So an oil sample is just a little bit of oil that we pull, we send to the lab, and they send us back a report on what it looks like. So this is the first one that I've done that's come back with anything out of the ordinary as far as what's in the oil, and I'll show you real quick here. This is the lab report that comes back, and as you can see, this one here was the Pennzoil that the dealer put in at about probably 15,000 miles. They put this oil in here at 18,000. We changed it, we converted over to Certified Labs, and since then at 31,000 miles we did a analysis on it. At 36,000 miles we did an analysis, and now again at 42,000 miles we did our last analysis, and it came back with a warning for high iron. And as you can see, the iron has been cumulative in the engine on the previous two analyses. So what I did today was I changed the oil in the filter, and then I've got another bottle, another oil sample that I'm going to send in, and they're going to tell me how that comes back. I'm sure it's going to come back a little bit higher in iron, but everything else, you know, the magnesium, the barium, everything is perfectly fine except for the iron. Now this engine's only got about 45,000 miles on it now, so this is a 6.7 liter Ford Power Stroke diesel. That's really low miles. It's still breaking in, so I mean, having a little bit of iron in the system is not out of the ordinary. So we're going to change the oil and run it and see what we'll test it again in about 10,000 miles. So if you're changing oil, especially on an engine like this that takes nearly 4 gallons of oil, especially the amount that oil costs these days, that's a lot of money to be thrown away every 4,000 to 6,000 miles when you can run that oil for better than 20,000 miles before you can expect anything to happen to it. Now this will not affect your factory warranty. This is actually better because you are doing oil analysis every 10,000 miles. It's going, if anything happens and they say, well, it's because of the oil you use, you can take your oil analysis to them and say there's nothing that's happening to this engine. And here's the proof. So this is Nick Baker with the Mobile Pro, and I will put a link in the description for my Certified Labs dealer. You can actually contact him directly and talk to him about his wonderful products. We use the Spectra Extreme 10W30. It's a fantastic oil. Not only am I getting huge amounts of mileage on an oil change, but I don't have to chase oil change. So I maintain a fleet of over 10 rigs, and if not for this oil, I would be constantly chasing oil changes all the time. But with this, I could just monitor it every 10,000 miles. We pull the filter, change the filters, pull an oil sample, send it in, and we're gone. It's a 10-minute job, and we're on to the next one. And so far, like I said, out of the 10 trucks that I have converted over, this is the first one that's come back with anything out of the ordinary on the oil. So this is the first oil change that I've done because it was recommended. So Nick Baker, Mobile Pro. You guys follow me for more. Have a good day. Bye.